Today is the 10th of November, and we are at the National Press building. And I'm Dr. Thompson Ntuba, the editor of Health and Development magazine. With me is
Paul Beatley. I am founder and director of Enhesa SA and president of its U.S. subsidiary, Enhesa Incorporated.
your work in global environmental health. What does it entail?
We are primarily focused on advising private companies who operate globally on their environment, health, and safety legal obligations as they impact their installations, facilities, and the products they place on markets worldwide.
What have there been instances when you have been sued, maybe by individuals or clients for issues related to environmental health?
Not in our case, no. We provide information on what the regulations require.
What would be some of the fears for which regulations should be put in place to safeguard?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite
What are the
understand.
fears? What are the things people should be afraid of that companies do for which regulations should be put in place to safeguard?
Well, most of the regulations that we're concerned with concern emissions or discharges of pollutants from industrial processes. But they can also concern historical pollution from previous operations where they're operating. They can also be concerning the materials and substances that are used or found in the products they place on markets. And it can also be concerned with the performance of the products and equipment that they may sell worldwide in terms of their impacts on the environment.
Some companies have direct effect on the environment uh, through air pollution. We hear greenhouse gases and related things. There are others that are affecting climate change and its negative effect. Yesterday we had the diverse justice movement have about 2,000 young American adults march around the White House in protest uh, against some of the activities of most of these companies. So, in your opinion, is there an issue with climate change, and what are the health effects of those changes, and how are your companies contributing to make it better?
Well, in the first instance, life as we know it would not be possible with without most of those companies and the products they provide to us. So that's the first thing to keep in consideration. How they produce those products and what those products do once they're produced with regard to their impacts on the environment are another matter altogether. Clearly, we want to ensure that the products that we use do not contribute to the degradation of our environment, and that may include also the degradation of the negative impacts on the climate that we live in. But the vast majority of those companies, I would say, indeed, the vast majority of those companies are well conscious of the implications of their operations and their products on the environment, take proactive measures, far more proactive than most governments do in terms of protecting the environment. Let's face it, they do not like these protests. They do not like that a product might be cited as being negative for the environment, and as a result, they take great care to ensure that they avoid those problems by taking to heart their obligations to protect the environment, including the environment, the broader environment impacted by climate change.